Well, it strikes me that on one hand, it wasn't, you weren't supposed to have these pictures.
No.
But on the other hand, there would be that many fewer photographic evidence pictures of
Yeah.
La Chambon and these people.
Yeah.
And had you not done that, this evidence would not exist.
Right.
And again, when we talk about, had you not kept these photographs, they wouldn't exist. And this one, you hardly ever see a picture of Daniel Trocmé. You showed us a few little tiny and long ways away, but this is the only up-close picture, one of the only up-close pictures of him I've ever seen. Do you know anything about it? Can you tell me about it at all?
Well, I can tell you that it is part and parcel of this series of passport-like identity card photographs that it was given to us as part and parcel of that. And again, on the back, it just says, Monsieur Daniel Trocmé, our director. Okay, and again, the numbers on there were put in by the museum, reference numbers too.
And Daniel came to get you at the train station.
Daniel is the one who came on the 15th of January, 1943, to meet me at the railroad station at midnight. And he was there with a bicycle. I don't know how you ride a bicycle on ice and snow, but he was. And I really didn't know who he was, and we hiked for about 2 hours before we arrived in the village, outside of the village, where the home was that he was responsible for. The home was called Les Grillons, the Crickets, and I was dead tired by then. I fell asleep, and the next morning I sort of oriented myself to find out where am I, what is this place, and so on. And I found that I was in this home of the Crickets with about 23, 24 other kids of various nationalities. There were some Spanish kids, some other, 2 or 3 other kids like me, Austrian or German Jewish children. There were some Polish Jewish children. Anyhow, we were there. Daniel was responsible for them, and on the 31st, about 2 weeks after I got there, Daniel saw me writing in this book. He said, "What is this?" And he took it, he looked at it, he said, "Oh my God, it contains the names and addresses of people and dates and so on." It disappeared. If this had fallen into the hands of the police, it would have been curtains for all the people named in there.
I see these pictures of the forest.
Right.
What is the significance of you guys in the forest?
The significance here is that on about 3 or 4 different occasions, someone in Le Chambon was notified that the police was about to raid the place. And in order to protect us, we were going in improvised school classrooms at the time. Someone would burst into the classroom and would say, "Okay, everybody out, we're going to search for mushrooms." And we would all be marched off into the woods. And we would spend an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. I often wondered, why are we looking for mushrooms in June or in July? Mushrooms don't show up until September, October. I didn't know at the time, but I learned later on that that is in order to get us out of the village in case that the police should show up. So.
And then this photo is right in front of Les Grillons.
That is right in front of Les Grillons. And what you have there is, again, the entire group of children in Les Grillons. I'm sitting right there. The Vogelmann is in there. All the others are in there also. And this is the cart here, which appears in this picture here in the winter. This was a 2-wheeled cart that some of us were designated, I need volunteers, you, and you. And we would have to take the cart into the village and pick up food or whatever for us. And there you have us traipsing through the snow in the winter, pulling, you can see the 2 large boxes on the cart, bringing food to the Grillon home. Who was arrested in the latter part of June of 1943 and ultimately was killed in Majdanek, in the Majdanek camp. he, from what I was told from his brother, Francois, that his brother, the Germans accused him of being Jewish because they couldn't accept the fact, they couldn't believe that a non-Jew would go to the trouble of saving so many Jews. And ultimately, he was killed in Majdanek.
I think I've read a couple of his letters to his parents where
Yes.
he explains why he feels
Yes.
compelled to do this,
Yes.
even though he knew it was very dangerous.
Right. And there's also a very touching letter that Daniel wrote while imprisoned by the Germans. I think he wrote it on toilet paper, and it was addressed to his children at Les Grillons. A very touching letter.